I'm Ed Rosenberg with the Roses Coaching, and I'm going to talk to you today about an aspect of creativity that's kind of unusual. When we think of creativity, we always think of creating an object or creating something, paintings or locomotives or spacecrafts. Or we think of creating ideas, new ideas that we brainstorm, and those are valid aspects of creativity, but there are other things which are actually fun also, and I want to tell you about one of those today, and that's creating attitudes. It's amazing to think we can create our attitudes. Either you have one or you don't, and someone will say to you, "Don't give me that attitude." Well, how am I not going to give you that attitude? What is an attitude? Well, it's a poise, it's an approach, it's the way you approach a situation, but you can create them. And of course, it kind of helps if you create a positive attitude rather than a negative one. So, how do you create a positive attitude? How do you get all those emotions and everything else in line to be able to do that? It's fairly complicated, but I can break it down in a few steps here that might be helpful. One is that you intend a helpful outcome. That's your intention. And then you look upon it, well, you can see benefits, something that will, some good will come of it, either to you or to others. And then be grateful for what you do have in a situation. And then resistance will arise with any creative effort. It's a big subject, but whenever you try to do something or change something, resistance will arise. In this case, it's in you. And to overcome that resistance, you just kind of step aside and let it fly. That's the subject of another talk, really. And then, of course, negative thoughts will pop up, and you have to have a method of negative thoughts to handle those, and we have those in our books. Finally, the hardest one is trauma. You know, when the car backfires and the GI hits the dirt, even though it's not really a gun shooting at him, it's PTSD. And we have tiny PTSDs, things that people give you certain looks, or you're in certain situations that you just clench up. You don't know why. It's coming from deep within, and you have to recognize that that's a cue to yourself to actually behave or feel negative in some way. Once you understand that, then you can just let it go. Finally, then you can create an attitude. In other words, you can use the creativity skills you have to actually go ahead and create the attitude itself. And we explain how to do that in our books. Thank you.